I'm in Los Angeles, te pā o ngā anahira, Los Angeles, here in California. And so, yeah, I grew up in Auckland and, it's been, most of my childhood and younger adulthood there, but I moved to Los Angeles, about maybe around like 10 or 11 years ago to pursue a professional career in hip hop dance.
Tell us a little bit more about your real journey, Amelia, and how you ended up in the States.
So when I was a child, I went to kohanga reo at Te Onga Waka Marae in Tāmaki, and then in secondary school, I learned te reo Māori by correspondence. And then I went to Te Whare Wāmanga, or Tāmaki Makaurau, to the University of Auckland, and I studied Māori as my major for my Bachelor of Arts degree, and I also did Māori land law for my Bachelor of Law degree.
Many Māori live overseas, but not all of them become te reo Māori teachers. How did that come about?
So I got married here in the States, and I've got 2 kids, and so things shifted in terms of my professional dance career. So I started thinking, what else am I good at? What else could I do? And I had this idea to teach te reo Māori, the Māori language, to people living abroad. So I actually reached out to some of our Kiwi community here in America on the Facebook groups and just kind of asked around, like, would anyone be interested in learning te reo Māori? And I had a few responses. So then I decided, okay, great, I'll put together a curriculum and I will start teaching te reo Māori. So that's how it first started.
Tell me about the students you teach. Are there a mix of nationalities as well as Māori?
Yeah, it's really a mixture. My first ever class, so I started Learn Māori Abroad. I started about 2.5 years ago, and my first class was a class of 10 Kiwis living in New York, and they would get together at one of their offices and they would Zoom me in, and so I'd be on a screen and I'd be teaching te reo Māori to them when they were all together there in New York. And then it just went from there. A lot of my students, they live here in America. I have students in Europe, in the UK, in Germany, and then on the other side of the world too, in New Zealand, Australia, Korea, Japan, Singapore. So I've got students all over the place, and they all come from different backgrounds. Some are Māori, some are New Zealanders, Pākehā, others are non-Māori and non-New Zealanders. So it's a really big range of people. So everyone, all sorts of different students.
What are the biggest challenges for Māori learning te reo living overseas?
I think the biggest challenge for those who are learning te reo Māori abroad is that you're not around it every day, you're not hearing it every day. And so it's important for those learners who are abroad to be very intentional. And so what I've done is I've created a 30-day challenge, and we have a WhatsApp group, and I ask a question to my students every day, so that way we can make sure we're engaging in te reo every day.
What are some success stories that you've had since starting the classes?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, in terms of my students, I've had a few students who, they'll go join like a Zoom meeting with whānau back home, or some sort of event where there's, te reo Māori being spoken, and they can like understand what's being said, or they're watching a TV program and they understand what's being said. So yeah, it's been really great for them to be able to still learn while being abroad. And then when they go back to Aotearoa, they don't feel like behind, or like they know what's happening. They know what people are saying. They know what's going on.